you guys, it's us. And we're back to Wait Till Helen Comes. Because we on chapter 9, y'all. It's the moment you guys been waiting for. As per usual, it's you guys, and of course, Oreo Jr. He is dressed as, can you guess what he's dressed up as today, Scott? Let me show y'all his outfit.
Scarecrow, isn't it?
No, not just any scarecrow.
Oh.
He's dressed up as Michael Jackson's Scarecrow from the movie The Wiz.
Okay.
Ease on down the road. That's what he's doing. Okay, so of course, Oreo Jr., Scott, and myself, we're all here today for this 9th chapter of Wait Till Helen Comes. Scott, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Are you guys ready? I know you guys are ready. Okay, let's get going because it's hot in this mask. Chapter 9, y'all. Here we go. This is where it get a little crazy. As Michael and I rode our bikes down the driveway, we saw Mom standing on the back porch, her hands on her hips. "Where have you been?" she said as we braked. "At the library," I said, wheeling my bike to its place upon the porch. And then we saw Mr. Simmons. Michael was too excited to notice that Mom was not smiling. "Guess what? He's going to take me fishing next time he comes to cut the grass." Why the stepdaddy can't do it? Sir, stop picking up that big old oversized child of yours that needs to be picked up and taken to therapy, and take the little boy fishing.
Parents don't seem like they do a lot of parenting.
That's fair. "But you were supposed to be watching Heather." Mom folded her arms tightly across her chest in front of me, and this is to Scott's point right there. "Didn't we talk about that just the other day?" And see, my response would have been like, "Didn't we just talk about me calling CPS on you the other day? I mean, like, what are we talking about?" That would have been me, but who am I, honey? Who am I? "She was out in the carriage house with Dave when we left," I said. "You were painting, and I didn't know we were, and I know you don't like to be disturbed. So Michael and I just decided to go. I thought it would be all right." Like, girl, you gotta ask permission before you go to the library because they want you to watch it. Girl, they need to hire a babysitter. Okay, where the hell is the babysitter? As Michael started to say something in my defense, he was interrupted by Dave. He stepped out on the porch to join Mom and Heather, and Heather was right behind him, peering around his legs, her pale eyes on Michael and me. "Do you two have any idea what a scare you gave us?" Dave asked, his voice rising. "We couldn't find any of you. They just wanted them to watch Heather Child. They don't give a damn about them children. We called and called. Finally, I found Heather way down on the other side of the creek near the ruins you told your mother about. She said you took her there and then ran off and left." Girl, what? This little heifer is a habitual liar. That's all I got. And I don't like, if there's one thing in this life I don't like, it's a damn liar. This girl that sat there just sat right in front of her daddy and looked him square in the eye, right in the pupil, and lied on 2 other people. But you know what? I would have seized this moment. And I would be like, "Oh, well, since we're doing all that, we probably shouldn't watch her. We're horrible babysitters, so we shouldn't watch her. Y'all should watch our own damn children. Since we doing all that to her. Since we bullying her. Since we just leaving her at graveyards that she be going to on her own. We shouldn't watch her." What you say, Scott? What do y'all think? What would y'all say? Put it in the comment section. She be making me mad. I'm sorry. I'm very upset.
I can see.
You can't see because I have on my beautiful porcelain doll mask. I stared at him. We didn't take her anywhere. But he went right on talking. "Why do you treat her so badly?" "Because y'all should be watching her. That's why, sir." You've made her life miserable ever since we moved out here. He was yelling now. His face was red. Heather's just a little girl, a very sensitive little girl. Why can't you treat her decently? What's wrong with you two? As David continued to accuse us of tormenting Heather, the poor little victim peeped at us, smiling shyly. She was enjoying every minute of his tirade because he's stupid. Dave, please. Mom laid her hand on his arm, trying to calm him down. Don't talk to Molly and Michael that way. There must be some misunderstanding. Dave turned from us to Mom. That's right, Gene. Take their side as usual. Brushing Mom's hand away, he led Heather down the steps, past Michael and me, and strolled down the driveway towards the van. Where are you going? Girl, I wouldn't ask nothing. Where are you going? Mom called after him, her voice quivering. Dinner's ready, Dave. She started to follow him, but stopped halfway down the steps. You all eat it. I'm taking my daughter out for dinner. She needs to get away for a while. Without looking at us, girl, I would have cussed him out. I'm sorry. Dave would have got cussed out that day, child. Dave would have called hell, honey. First of all, for yelling at my children, for not watching his child that he gave birth to, that he didn't spoil, and he ain't taking the therapy. And number two, for being disrespectful, because he over there, I'll take her out to dinner. Sir, I'm your damn wife. If anybody going to dinner, it's gonna be me. But okay, let's keep going. Without looking at us, Dave slammed the van door and gunned the engine. Look at him, rebellious.
Yeah.
Rebel without a cause. As he roared down the driveway, I saw Heather smile at us. I hate him. Girl, me too. I looked at Mom, but she had already turned away from me. I followed her up the steps. We didn't take Heather into the woods, Mom. She lied. Mom paused at the doorway and wiped her eyes with the back of her hand. Girl, if you doing all this wrong, it might be time for all y'all asses to get into therapy, period. But you could have stayed here or taken her to the library, would you know? Girl, would y'all put her ass up for adoption already? She said, none of this would have happened if you had done what I asked you to. Michael grabbed my arm and stopped me from following Mom into the kitchen. Drop it, he whispered. She's really upset and you'll only make things worse. His face wore its worried expression, making him look more like a little old man than usual. Pulling away from him, I crossed the kitchen to the stove. Mom was stirring the soup she cooked. I'm sorry. Girl, why y'all gotta apologize? It's all right. She watched the stew bubble and poked at it with the spoon. Are we going to eat? Michael asked. Michael for the win, baby. Michael don't care. Michael like, girl, I am unbothered. Because, hey, you see me doing all this research now? When I get 18, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm joining the military. I'm going to college. Hell, I'll just get roommates. He getting the hell out of there. They dysfunctional. Where are you going? Wait. I'm sorry. Are we going to eat? Michael asked. Go ahead, help yourself. Mom handed me the spoon. What about you? I asked as she walked to the door. I'm not hungry. Pushing the door open, she stepped outside. Where are you going? Michael ran out on the perch behind her. For a walk. Her voice was very sharp. You eat your dinner. I'll be back soon. Silently, I filled 2 plates with stew while Michael poured our milk. After we'd eaten a few mouthfuls, Michael said she was crying. I know. We looked at each other. It's all Heather's fault. Did you see the way she was grinning when Dave was yelling at us? Michael nodded. It's just what she wants. To cause enough trouble to ruin things for Mom and Dave. Why can't Dave see what she's doing? He's just blinded to everything she does. I pushed my plate away, half my stew uneaten. The kitchen was getting dark. I felt sad looking at the 3 empty plates stacked on the counter. Do you think we should go find Mom? Nope. Michael polished off the last of his soup by wiping his plate with a piece of bread. That's like Scott. Scott does that. No, the bread is just for bread.
Soak it up.
Oh my.
Leftover sauce, soup, and whatever you got.
Then he gulped down his milk and brushed away the white mustache it left on his upper lip. I guess so. Turning on the kitchen light to make the room look cheerier, I hesitated in the doorway. The sky was gray and the trees were dark shapes, glistening with lightning bugs. Oh, I love lightning bugs. Oh my gosh. Hashtag, let's stop putting all that damn poison out there so we keep our lightning bugs. I used to catch them in a little jar when I was a kid, but then I learned not to do that because they just unalive, no matter what leaves you put in there, and no matter how many holes you poke in your jar. A breeze shushed through the grass, rustling the leaves, and bringing with it the scent of honeysuckle. The night seemed very alive and private. I wasn't sure I really wanted to leave the safety of the kitchen. Molly, are you going to stand there all night? Michael stared at me from the driveway. The kitchen light shone on his glasses, giving him an owlish look. I'm coming. Folding my arms across my chest, I followed him across the yard. The grass was cold and wet. I could feel it soaking through my running shoes. Sorry. Okay, this got to come off. It's hot. Sorry, y'all.
It's all right. We can hear you better with it off.
Well, I'm... Sorry, y'all. Okay, there we go. Wait, y'all couldn't hear me?
You're muffled a little bit.
Well, I was trying to give entertainment and joy to the people. Okay, wait. Here we go. It's a costume change. Okay, we're back. We're back. Whew, I was suffocating. We'll just keep this. I don't know. We'll just put that somewhere. I'm coming. I folded my arms across my chest. I followed him across the yard. The grass was cold and wet, and I could feel it soaking through my running shoes. Glancing back at the lit windows, I felt homesick for Baltimore. Michael, I said, getting him to stop for a minute. It's never been this bad before we came here. Heather was pretty awful, but not like she is now. We got along with Dave all right. He and Mom never had fights then. Well, girl, they having fights now. They shouldn't have moved y'all. Y'all should have just stayed y'all asses in Baltimore where everybody else got so many problems you can't even focus on yours. I know. I was thinking about that too. It's living out here. I looked past him at the oak tree's dark, shaggy shape dominating the sky, towering over everything. It was Helen's influence, I thought. When Heather had dreamed her up, whether Heather had dreamed her up or not, she was making things worse. Day by day, our lives seemed to grow unhappier, as if she had the ability somehow to reach out from the grave and touch us all with her misery. Girl, look, she needed a therapist too. The ghost needed a therapist. Okay. Could you hand me my glasses over there? Sorry, y'all. Let me get my glasses. If I am not going to have on the mask, we are going to have on these glasses. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Woo, I can see now. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. That was like rude. Maybe we should do what Mom said. I turned to Michael, studying his face in the moonlight. Maybe we should really try to be nicer to Heather. Girl, I would just think, why has nobody thought, let's just ignore this little heifer. Let's just act like her ass ain't here. Let's just pretend. Even if she talking to us, we just gonna act like she ain't talking and just keep the conversation moving. Like, that's what I would do. But that's just me. Are you kidding? I'm worried about her, Michael. You heard what Dave said. She went back to the pond, back to the Harper house. I know you don't believe she really sees a ghost, but that's not the point. Whatever makes her go there is dangerous. I paused, knowing Michael thought I was foolish. Even Mr. Simmons thinks it's a bad idea to play. He doesn't believe in ghosts. He just knows kids have drowned there. Michael sighed. Okay, Molly, you play with her. And that's exactly what I would have did too. Like, baby, you over there worried about her, so you play with her. That's the life lesson. Don't let people push you into doing things you don't want to do, honey. If they want to do it, let them go off and do it. You do what you want to do and let them do what they want to do. Because it sounds like my girl Molly over here want to play with Heather. And keep getting in trouble. And keep getting lied on. And threatened. Talking about, you'll be sorry. Girl, please. You try to be nice to her. See how far it gets you. Shrugging my hands from his arms, he started walking towards the graveyard. I'm not having anything to do with that kid, period. Me either, Michael. He called back to me. Michael, is that you? Mom came towards us. We were worried about you, Michael said. It's dark. She put her arms out and drew the two of us close to her. When we walked back to the church, Mom in the middle. Michael and I holding her hand. I'm sorry I got upset, she said, pausing at the bottom of the porch steps. The kitchen light slanted out the door and shone on her face and her hair, hiding her eyes in the shadows. I'm so worried about us, Heather, everything. Girl, I wouldn't worry about Heather. If you're going to worry about something, worry about what therapist she going to see. Okay? Which adoption agency she going to go to. I'm so sorry too, Mom. Michael and I just can't get along with her or Dave. We do try. Honest, we do. I know Molly. Mom gave me a hug. She's such an unhappy little girl. I feel so sorry for her, but I don't know how to reach her, how to make her happy. Sometimes I think it might have been better for us if she had continued living with her grandmother, period. We should close the book. Send her little ass back to her grandmother, and then we ain't got all this going on. We ain't got the rest of this going on, okay? Send her ass back to her grandmama house. What is wrong with her grandmama house? Why she can't be with her grandma?
I don't know.
She sat down on the steps, hugging her knees against her chest as if she were cold. I tried to talk to Dave about her before you all came home, but he said I wasn't trying. He said I didn't love her enough. Sir, do you? Mom looked at us, her eyes filling with tears again. She isn't easy to love, she said sadly. Here they come, Michael said as the van headlights swept across us. We watched Heather and Dave get out of the van. Heather was eating an ice cream cone as she walked towards us, licking it very slowly to make it last as long as possible because she's a little demon. Without saying a word, she climbed the steps, gave us a wide berth. I tried to force myself to reach out to speak to her, but I couldn't. Silently, I watched her vanish into the kitchen as Dave lumbered up the stairs behind her. I'll put her to bed, he said. Girl, she like 82 years old. She need to be put to bed. This girl can damn near get her driver's license and she still needs to be put to bed, sir. You got some problems. You need a therapist too, sir. You need a therapist and you need a therapist. You need a therapist and you need a therapist. But he definitely need one. Anyway. Mom stood up and followed him into the house. Don't follow him, girl. Leaving Michael and me on the steps. For a while, neither of us said a word. We just sat there listening to the crickets chirping under the porch. Well, Michael said finally, we might as well go to bed. The little monster is probably asleep now. Until she wakes us all up with another nightmare, shivering in the cold air, I stood up and started to follow Michael into the house. A rustling in the leaves made me glance over my shoulder. Michael, I gasped his arm and pulled him back. Look, I pointed towards the graveyard. What? He stared past my pointing finger. Didn't you see it? I clung to him, trembling. There was a light. It's gone now, but I saw it. Down at the end, under the oak tree, a sort of glimmer. Michael shook his head. It must have been a lightning bug. Honestly, Molly, there isn't a ghost lurking among the tombstones. I saw it. A bluish glow. It wasn't a lightning bug. Let's go in. Prying my fingers from his arms, Michael opened the screen door and I hurried after him into a brightly lit kitchen, shutting not only the screen door, but the wooden door as well. You still haven't come up with an explanation of Heather's knowing so much about the Harper house, I reminded him. He frowned and looked around the kitchen as if he expected to see an explanation written on the walls. It could be ESP, period. I think I got ESP. What you think, Scott? I'm psychic.
Yeah.
He said thoughtfully, I didn't used to believe in all that paranormal stuff, but there is scientific evidence that a few people have sort of extrasensory perception. I suppose it could explain Heather's knowing so much about Helen. You mean she has a sixth sense? No, she don't. She's just a demon child. He nodded. It's better than believing she communicates with the ghost. I shook my head. You haven't seen as much as I have. Oh, Molly, Michael started walking down the hall towards his room. Give it up, will you? He went into his room and closed the door. I tiptoed into my room. Heather seemed to be asleep, so I got into the bed as quietly as I could and pulled my Walkman. Remember Walkmans?
Oh, yeah.
We need to bring back Walkmans. They did bring them back to Best Buy for a while. I don't know what happened to them because, like, if you bring back Walkmans, you got to bring back cassette tapes or the CDs. Wait, with Walkman CDs?
Walkman was tapes.
You got to bring back cassette tapes, y'all.
People are buying, probably people that have old cassette tapes.
Oh, well, yeah, you can really get down, baby. Use all them batteries. Pulled my Walkman out from under my pillow. Before I had the chance to turn it on, I heard Mom's voice through the bedroom wall. Here they go, child. Here they go. They fighting. The girls are fighting. I don't see how you can continue to take her word against theirs, she was saying. You know perfectly well she makes up all sorts of things just to cause trouble. Girl, you better defend your children. You better defend your children. That's not true, Gene. Here he go. Look at him. Denial, delusion, illusion, self-deception. Dave's voice rose. Can't you see what they're really trying to do? Watch your own fucking kid, sir. Watch your own kid. Then you ain't got to worry about what the fuck we really trying to do. We really trying to leave her ass there with you. Watch your own child. No, I can't. I know my own children, and they have no reason to make you and me unhappy. They were delighted when we got married. It's Heather who wants to come between us, not Molly and Michael. Mom's voice rose too. As their argument grew louder, I wanted to bury my head under my pillow, but a movement from Heather's bed drew my attention to her. Let's see what Heather. Sorry, I almost cussed a lot. Had to catch myself. Let's see what Heather got going on. You ready, Scott? Y'all ready to see what Heather's doing?
I'm ready.
She was sitting up, listening to every word and smiling. You, I yelled at her. This is all you're doing, isn't it? You love every quarrel they have. Your mother is a witch, Heather said. And she makes my daddy unhappy. I wish she were unalive. And you and Michael, too. Let me tell you, them fighting words right there, baby. Them fighting words.
It's pretty serious.
Get the mace. Get the taser. My mother has done everything she can do to make you happy, I shouted. And all you do is throw it in her face. You are a little monster. What she meant was a fucking demon. My daddy doesn't think so. He loves me. He loves me more than he loves her. And if I want him to, he'll take me away from here and all of you. She glared across the room at me, her face fierce in the moonlight. You are a liar. You better watch what you say to me. Heather was sitting straight up, her hair falling in tangles across her forehead. I can make you sorry, Molly. You and Michael and your mother. See right there. This little heifer keep threatening. The door opened and Michael entered the room. What's going on in here? Heather leapt to her feet, standing in the middle of her bed, her fist clenched. Wait till Helen comes, she screamed. Heather could catch this damn taser and this mace too, if Heather really want to. Okay? Heather can catch this too, is what my answer would have been. Heather can get some of this. Tell Heather, bring it on. Let me charge my taser real quick. And then tell Heather, come on, Heather, come on. Okay? I'm going to shock you in this world and the next, would be my answer. Dave rushed into the room just then, and Heather collapsed in a heap on her bed, weeping hysterically. Dave rushed to her side and lifted her into his arms. Somebody call Fabio. This sounds like one of them romance novels that is from the same time frame as The Walkman. Okay, girl, what in the romance, the cheesy, cheap romance novel is this? Okay. What is it, Heather? What's wrong? Daddy, she wept, clinging to him. What have you done to her now? Dave turned on Michael and me as Mom appeared behind him, her face pale, her hair flying. Nothing, Michael shouted. She's been listening to you all fight, I told Mom, and gloating. You should have heard her. Daddy, make them leave me alone. There, Heather. Daddy's here. It's all right. He rocked her back and forth in his arms, soothing her as if she were a baby. Child, that's the problem right there. Michael, Mom said softly, go back to your room. We'll talk about this in the morning. Michael started to object, saw the expression on Mom's face, and sidled past Dave and Heather. We didn't do anything, he whispered to Mom. She nodded and gave him a hug. Just try to get some sleep, honey. As soon as he was gone, Mom turned to me. I'm sorry you heard us quarreling, she said. I'll tuck you in. Tuck it. Why is everybody getting tucked in and they like 82? These people could damn near go to a bar and go get a drink. And y'all over there like, let me tuck you in. Scott, can you tuck me in tonight?
Sure.
Thank God. When Mom bent over me, I reached up to hug her. She hates us, I whispered. All of us. She scares me, Mom. Tears welled up in my eyes, and Mom sat down beside me. Don't let her upset you, Molly, she whispered. She's a very disturbed little girl. Girl, we know. I've been screaming for a therapist since page 1. Okay? I'm not a quitter. I believe in this shit getting some help. Anyway, I know it's hard for you. It's hard for me too. But try to understand that she's just as unhappy as you. Probably more so. That ain't my damn problem. That sounds like a YP, not an MP. That's a your problem, not a my problem. You the one who want to be married to this man with this disturbed little girl is my answer. But, you know, this is a child and she can't say all that. Come on, Jean, Dave said softly. Heather's asleep now. Before he left the room, though, Dave turned back and looked at me. I would have cussed his ass out. You don't get to keep on telling me how wrong I am raising your child that your ass supposed to raise. If you don't like the way I'm interacting with her, you interact with her on my behalf. In my stead, as they say. Anyway. I don't want any more of this, Molly. I mean it. I'll be like, you know who else don't want more of this? CPS. Because they want you to raise your own goddamn child. Ooh. They want you to raise your own damn child. This book making me mad. Let me get myself back together.
All right.
Heather making me mad. Before I closed my eyes, I looked at Heather. Her back was turned towards me. I could hear the sounds of deep, regular breathing. It was hard for me to believe she could just drop off to sleep so quickly after causing so much trouble. Before the 5 minutes that I watched her, I saw no sign that she was faking. Satisfied that she was truly asleep, I rolled away from her, closed my eyes, and tried to let my Walkman relax me. Girl, what was you listening to? Just as I was hovering on the edge of a nice dream about our old neighborhood, I heard Heather's bed creak and the unmistakable sound of bare feet on the floor. Without opening my eyes, I sensed she was standing by me, watching me. I lie still, afraid that she would hear the sounds of my heart beating in the silence. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Wait. Then she moved to the window and shoved the screen up. Never mind, this little heifer trying to do prison break. I lay still, afraid that she would hear the sound of my heart beating in the silence. But after a few seconds, she climbed quietly out the window and dropped to the ground below. So this little heifer sneaking out at 7. I used to sneak out as a kid, but I was a teenager, like 17. But, rewind that 10 years, I guess you just be 7 years old, just out there, honey, being a pick-me for a ghost. I waited a couple of minutes, then got up and peeked out the window. In the moonlight, I saw her making her way across the lawn towards the graveyard. At the far end, through the hedge, a bluish glow illuminated the leaves of the oak tree. I watched Heather disappear through the gate. Shivering in fear, I climbed out the window. I would not have been doing shit. This girl, look, as far as, because she been and lied on you, ma'am. So just let her go out there and do whatever makes her feel good. And ran through the grass, already wet and cold with dew. Keeping in the shadows of the hedge, I crept past the gate, staying outside the graveyard until I reached the black shade of the oak tree. Dropping to my knees, I peered through the hedge at Helen's grave. Dimly lit by the blue glow I've seen from the house, Heather held out a jar of wildflowers as if she was making an offering. Told you she a demon. The silver locket gleamed on her chest and her eyes glittered. Helen, she whispered. Helen, are you there? Too frightened to breathe, I saw the glimmer of blue light shape itself into the figure of a ghost, no bigger than Heather. Is over here looking like this right here. She wore a white dress and her hair as dark as Heather's, tumbling in waves down her back. Her features were indistinct, her eyes in shadows, but I knew she was there. I'm here, the girl said. Her voice was low and cold. Heather smiled. How beautiful you are, she whispered as Helen took the flowers and bent her face to smell their fragrance. They regarded each other silently for a few moments. Then Heather spoke once more. They have been cruel to me again, she said. I've told them you're coming, but I don't think they believe me. Do something soon, Helen. Make them sorry. Told you, get your mace, get your taser, and go to work. And Helen could get it too. Heather leaned towards the dim figure, imploring her. Soon, Helen's voice was like the winter wind blowing through a field of weeds, dry and cruel. Very soon. And then we'll be together all the time. You'll never leave me. You'll always love me, Heather gazed at Helen, desperation in her voice and gestures. For all eternity, Helen sighed. You and I, Heather. We'll never be alone again. I promise you, girl, this sounds like a pimp. Is this how pimps pick up little girl? Ma'am, she gonna human traffic you, ma'am. I saw a pimp documentary, and this is how I sounded. We'll never be alone again. I promise you. One pale hand, almost transparent, glimmered near the locket, making it shine with borrowed radiance. How about Daddy? He'll be with us, won't he? Heather took a tiny step backwards, away from the hand touching the locket. Helen didn't answer. Her image wavered like a reflection on the water when a breeze ruffles the surface. Then she was gone, and the graveyard seemed to plunge into darkness. Heather cried out, reaching towards the air where Helen's shape was visible. Helen, Helen, don't leave me, she cried, and fell to her knees, knocking over the jar of wildflowers in front of the tombstone. As she began to gather them up, sobbing for Helen to return, I bagged away from the hedge towards the safety of the house. Girl, you sat there watching this foolishness unfold. I would have jumped out the bushes. Got you. I knew you was over here doing something with a ghost. I told you. Just spraying mace and just all over the place. Helen wouldn't have been the only one with a blue light because I would have been tasing the hell out of everybody. Okay. Running across the grass in the moonlight, I was afraid to look back for fear of seeing Helen in pursuit. As soon as I reached the window, I stumbled through, heedless of the noise I was making, and flung myself into bed. Girl, you gonna blow your cover. I don't know how long I lay there, shivering with fright, waiting for Heather to come back. When I heard her at the window, I shut my eyes, tight, praying she was alone. Just wait, Molly, Heather whispered in my ear in a voice almost as chilling as Helen's. Just wait till Helen comes. You'll be sorry then for all the things you've done to me. So you just standing over people in they sleep, just whispering in their ear like some kind of weirdo? Get the mace, get the taser. She would have got a fake, she would have got eyes full of mace, child. It just wouldn't even be like that. Because, girl, why are you standing over me while I'm sleeping? What you guys got? What y'all got? Put it in the comment section. What do y'all think? What should happen to little Heather Hill? What you guys got? What did you learn? What do you got?
Yeah, it's getting good. Getting spooky.
It's getting close to violence here, okay? Because this little heifer just threatening people and yelling and acting a fool and carrying on, and I just, It's called stand your ground, ma'am, and I will be standing it. Okay, well, do you have anything, Scott?
No, I'm ready for chapter 10.
Scott nosy as hell. Okay, so with that, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry that I said so many curse words, but this little heifer getting on my nerves. She's just triggering me just trigger here and trigger there and trigger over here. And it's just too much. So, with that, we're going to bid you guys adieu. I'm going to try. I got to get on here like every day so we can finish this. I still got what is that, 9? We got like 6 more chapters. We ain't going to never finish. Anyway, so with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. I'll probably be back tomorrow because we gotta get this going. I have other books I want to read. So anyway, bid you guys adieu. So with that, from wherever we are to wherever you are, peace, love, happiness. Thanks for showing up. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye, y'all. Scott.